got merch. Merch. Yeah. We got merch. Merch. Any merch. Big merch. Yeah, we got merch. Merch.
That's MERCH. Yeah, we got merch.
Merch. That's what you wanted, so we got it. What is up, you guys?
I love these cold intros.
Me too.
Just do whatever.
I tried to do it, and then you left me for dead. I said, what is up, you guys?
Well, because, okay, we can do it.
All by myself.
What? Yeah, do you want to do a little plug here?
Little dink and sink?
Hey.
Coffee tastes better when it's in a CoJo mug.
What's up, you guys?
Welcome to the CoJo Show.
I am your host, Joseph O'Brien.
And I'm your more merched out host, Coby Jones.
Coby Jones. Let's talk music.
And let's talk live. Crikey.
We started a podcast. Yes, we did now. We started a podcast. It's the CoJo Show.
Yo, Joseph, did we make a podcast?
I guess we did.
Do you think anybody's going to listen?
Yeah, absolutely not.
CoJo.
Man, we just flip into rant.
That was the most chaotic intro we've ever done.
I love your shirt.
Dude, I love your shirt.
Thanks, man.
I want to point out that everyone bought blue!
Oh, everyone bought blue.
I saw no reds. That's all I'm going to say. I saw one red. Man, they love them some Joseph O'Brien. They do. I was all blues.
Well, blue is a better color than red anyway. So
You know,
but you look really good in red.
Well, fun fact, this was my first merch t-shirt color ever.
No way.
Yeah, I did a maroon thing.
Unbelievable.
It looks just so I actually really always loved red, but
Yeah.
I blue is just more, it's more neutral.
Gotta make sure we don't cover up our logos.
Anyways, it's
Should we flex?
just,
Flex?
yeah,
Yeah.
show them the gun.
Now they're attracted. All right, let's head on over to
Life updates!
Updates on life.
I just want to hop on. I kind of missed you saying life updates.
I missed it too. I actually wrote it down right there, so I didn't forget. I was like,
That's good.
I kind of wanted it to be that.
That's
Well,
a dedication.
I know. What have you been doing, man? We haven't seen each other since literally last week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we usually see each other just once a week. We cram our hangout sessions as 24-hour
We've
days.
just been busy, and I feel like it's kind of stunk a little bit.
Yeah.
I want to do something on a weekend.
Yeah. I mean, what? What'd you say?
I want to do something on a weekend
Oh
with
yeah.
you.
Sorry, I zoned out because I was so focused on what I was gonna say next that I kind of just like, yeah, sure. I don't know why.
Totally.
I'm sorry.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I hung out with my parents because they're moving. I don't know if I've already said that. I haven't, right?
I don't think you've said
my
that
parents
yet.
are moving to Lynchburg, Virginia, so I'm trying to spend pretty much every waking moment with them before they abandon me.
That's sad,
in
man.
Nashville, but at least I got you and my friends.
Yeah, dude, it's tough living away from your parents. I mean, I guess you did at college, no?
Huh? Yeah,
You did.
But that's kind of part of it, and then you come back to Nashville thinking, oh, I'm gonna have
and you
them.
summers.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that too. You have summers. Yeah, the whole moving away thing was tough. I did that at when I moved here.
Bro, yeah, you did that when you were young.
I was 18, but I moved early, so it's not fun, but it happens. It's just tough. But yeah, I was in South Carolina with some good friends, some dear friends, at a radio retreat, singing for some radio people. So that was fun. Got to do some of that. Joseph, where are you going?
Yeah, it's recording.
Okay. You totally didn't think it was for a second. But yeah, radio retreat. It was a lot of fun.
good, man.
Yeah, came back from South Carolina, got to be here,
Yeah.
and I'm just excited to be
I'm
back.
about to go on a radio retreat with Lydia Laird playing keys for her.
That's what it's for radio?
Yeah, it's like the Positive Alternative Radio Network.
Oh, cool. Where
Yeah.
is that at?
Virginia. They're
Okay.
super nice.
You know what? I wonder if some of them were at the retreat I was just at.
Possible. Yeah.
Tell them you know me and see if they react. And if they don't, they probably don't know me.
Okay. that seems right. They actually might know you because of me though, because I mean I helped lead worship. I met all of them, and they know about the CoJo Show.
Most of the
probably.
people that I was at for the radio retreat all knew who you were.
No way.
Yeah, they were all
that's
like,
so funny.
We just love. Joseph's song was actually #1, and then yours was #1 the week after.
Bro,
they said "Give Up
what?
on Love" was a #1 on their station for a
Who's
second.
playing "Give Up on Love" on radio?
Dude, no, I had no idea. But then they said that "Brand New" was the #1 after that, and I was just like, we're just back and forth.
Bro, come
with
on,
each other.
man. Let's go.
I know. Come on.
Yeah.
You know, we try that.
Making moves for days.
Anyways, that's a lot of life updates.
Yeah.
And let's hop
Let's hop into the next segment.
the thunder.
React Attack!
React Attack. Joseph, it sounds like you've got some
I got something that I'm really excited.
some delicious goodness for us.
I
this
do.
week.
So, do you remember that? You remember that app called Smeel Sing?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Did you find mine?
No.
Oh.
I mean, we could
I
find yours.
thought
You should find. We should find yours.
You thought you found mine.
We should. Because I'm about to show you mine.
Yo, no way.
And it's bad.
I gotta see.
So Smeel Sing is this app that's like a karaoke app, and I think I was probably like 15 at the time.
Way.
And I'm so bad that honestly it shocked even myself. And I'm like, how would anyone even see a music like career in this guy's future? It was that bad.
That's awesome.
So some of these are like videos. So I'm gonna put them on the screen for you guys.
Please do.
But let's start off with "On Top of the World" by Imagine Dragons.
Oh my gosh, let's
and
go.
see what we got
Let's
here.
go.
All right.
Oh, this auto-tune really helps you when you go like, oh. Thanks for joining a Piano Artisto song. Make sure to follow my page. It's got cool stuff on there. Take part 2. Here we go. If you love somebody, better tell them how they're here, cause they just may run away from you.
Oh my gosh. Like, just check me out. Like, this is why you're waiting for other people to sing. I don't know what
Look at your face.
I don't know what face.
I'll fly the highest mountains.
You sound good, dude.
No, bro.
You can have it all, but life keeps moving.
It's so awkward.
So I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world,
This is so cringe.
Waiting on this for
I
a while.
love it.
Alright.
Darling, got my heart beat up and down. It's spinning around, yeah. And you'll never know what you did to me, cause that was in my dreams.
Dreams. Here's the thing, though. Like, even though you're young, you've got way more swag than I did.
Swag? That's so cringe.
No, there's more swag though, because you're playing
Dude.
actually good guitar. That's the
That's
thing.
not good guitar.
No, but like that's better than like most people.
Dude, that was me. That's the cringe for me.
Yeah, I'll put it up actually.
Yeah.
That's enough React Attack.
That's good for React Attack.
But dude, I'm so thankful that my parents still encouraged me. They could have easily looked at that and been like,
Yeah.
you want to do what with your life?
Dude, my parents like encouraged me when I sounded like
That's
that.
what I'm saying, man.
Like, why? Why did they do that?
They saw something in us we didn't see.
Here's
Well, we thought we saw it in ourselves. At the
Oh, I
time.
thso I was the best.
Yeah, me too, man. I thought
I
it was
was
so
like,
good.
yeah, maybe I'll be a famous singer if I feel like it. But like, I don't know. Like, that's what I used to think. All right, guys. Well, we're jumping into the next segment, which is Did the Movie Move Me? Did the movie move me?
Ooh. New segment.
New segment. All right, for Did the Movie Move Me this week, we are trying to see if we moved to.
Wait. What? Moved to?
I don't know. It's trying to make a play on it.
Okay.
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Yeah.
This is a sequel of the 2013 movie Puss in Boots that was kind of mid, not great, not bad. It just it wasn't as good as Shrek 1 or 2. It just was good. It was fine.
Yeah.
And then they decided
To make a sequel to a movie.
absolute banger of a sequel.
But make a sequel to a movie that was 9 years ago.
It had to be at least like 9 or 10 years ago.
Insane.
It was just the most random, most weird decision ever.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see if the movie moved us.
Yeah, and for this segment, I came up with us because I got to be Mr. Organized over here, Mr. Number 1 on the Enneagram. There's 5 categories we're going to rate individually, 1 through 10. And it's going to be, so here we go. We got plot. We've got cinematography. We've got dialogue. We got characters. And finally, we got the score or the soundtrack, I guess you could say, of the movie. And by the end, it'll give us a final grade for the movie.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and start off with the solid, the most amazing talking point of the plot. Tell me what you thought about the plot.
I thought the plot was...
No spoilers. No spoilers. That's the rule.
Skip over the segment if you don't want spoilers. I think the plot was really solid. It wasn't like the most insane plot in the world. Like, it was very standard, almost not basic, but basic,
simplistic.
simplistic.
That's the best word. Yeah.
But they covered it with just a bunch of sugary goodness.
Oh yes.
I mean, it was like there's a map in this movie that is just so creative in the way that they use it, where like each character holds it, and the world that they're in changes depending on who's holding the map.
And they're like tendencies, and like it reveals inner heart motives.
Inner heart motives.
Yeah.
And I just thought it added so much depth and creativity.
That's so true, because they have things that you see in every movie, but they have this twist for every single thing. That's
Everything.
like, that's really cool. Plot, simplistic, but nonetheless effective.
Yep.
And very like I would say it was original.
It was original.
The way they did it was original.
The way they did it was original.
So let's go ahead and rate plot real quick. Okay,
All
1 out
right.
of 10. So 3, 2, 1,
9.
I was gonna say 8, but then I was like, I gotta say 9.
8 felt too low
Yeah, it does.
because it's just the perfect plot for this movie.
It's amazing.
It's perfect.
All right, going on to the second one, we've got cinematography.
Oh,
I don't even.
Oh.
We don't have to talk about too much, but this movie models itself after Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Sometimes,
in a way. So
yeah.
so it drops frame rate randomly to give it that more comic booky feel, where
almost
it's more
claymation kind of deal.
claymation, stop motion, like juddery.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it works.
It was cool.
And
Yeah, because the giant, there's like at the beginning of the film, which is in the trailer, but there's this giant, like he's like way less, frames per second or whatever.
Super juddery.
Yeah, but then Puss is like,
Yeah.
just smooth.
They
It's
have,
crazy.
They have crazy camera zooms and things. They do so much with color. The animation's absolutely stunning, gorgeous. I mean, it's the best animated movie I've seen in probably one of the best movies I've seen in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it was that amazing. It just looked so good.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. It was very creative.
It was just the villain, the way they animated him, he was horrifying.
yeah.
I mean, it was just great. It was great. It was great.
Yeah, and it popped. All the colors popped. It was a colorful movie.
It was. It really was. I think we just vote now.
Yeah, let's go for it.
3, 2, 1,
10.
10. Yeah.
It's just too good.
It was that good.
Yep.
Ugh.
Okay, next we move on to dialogue.
Interesting.
I love the dialogue. I thought it was very like, I don't know.
Puss and Booze.
I just feel like most movies are cheesy nowadays.
Yeah.
Like just the way there's some little writing things, especially in like superhero movies. They have those like little one-liners.
Yeah.
I don't remember there being like a one-liner in this movie that rubbed me in the wrong way.
No, it was never like, you and me both, pal.
Yeah.
It was none of those. It was like, everything was just funny.
Yeah, and there's only one line I remember there was like really on the nose, which is the therapy line where he's like, I'm his therapy dog. And he's like, no, you're not. And then the girl says, oh, you need therapy.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, yeah, it's a
But it was
modern
kind of
thing,
funny.
But it was funny.
It was funny because he's so vain. It
Yeah.
kind of works. But I tell you what, the jokes landed in this. Like, my favorite one was when the dog was there or whatever, and then Kitty Softpaws steals the dog and leaves like this leaf thing, and it says,
pine
you've
cone.
been crimed.
Yeah, it was so good.
It was just great. Like, there's so much fun. I laughed out loud in the theater, which I don't think I've ever laughed out loud in an animated movie. Like,
more times, too. A lot of times.
like a ton of times. I was like cracking up.
Yep.
So, I mean, I think they delivered the story, the way they delivered the story through dialogue too was just pretty amazing.
Yeah. Well, let's rate it. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, 9.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, we're starting. I mean, this movie's really good. So
It is.
it's going to be hard for it to get less than like an 85 or
I know.
90.
We just hit a 9, 10, and a 9.
Yep.
So, all right.
All right, let's keep going. So we got characters. Characters.
Okay.
I'm serious. I was thinking about this. There's not one character in this movie I dislike.
It was just crazy.
Every single character I loved.
I really like Jack Horner.
Oh, yeah. Like,
Jack Horner was the
Like, I
best.
usually hate villains. Like, I feel like either there's one of them who's annoying, but they had 3 different villains, all with different kind of like personas,
Yep.
as well as like backstories and like character development.
Yep.
And it's like, and you would think it could be Spider-Man 3, too many bad guys,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it just works.
It really
works.
because the best part is one of the bad guys wasn't truly a bad guy. Like what's her name? Goldilocks. She was not like a
Yeah.
bad guy, and she actually has her own like arc and plot
Yeah.
that like made me cry.
Yes, it made me cry.
I don't know, but like that's kind of why it works. I think, in my opinion, too, is that it's not like there's just all these villains that are like, we're bad. It's like there's one main bad villain. There's one guy that you're like, you're kind
But
of.
even someone was arguing online that the main villain, the wolf, is not a bad guy.
He's not.
He's upset with Puss because he's not using his life to the fullest.
Yeah.
He's like he's only there when Puss is trying to get his lives back.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to cheat. He's trying to cheat death.
Yeah.
So he's really just the antagonist. There's only one guy who's like truly bad to the bone. And he doesn't have like a tragic backstory. He's just bad.
Which is Jack
Jack
Horner.
Horner.
Jack Horner.
He's so funny.
He wants the pies. He has
Little
the pies.
Jiminy Cricket like shows up in the movie too.
Oh man, he was like,
I sit on your shoulder.
I sit on your shoulder.
And I tell you what your conscience is.
Really good.
Yeah, I try to help you determine good and evil.
I was raised in a good family.
Dude, he came out of left field, but he was so good. That's why I'm saying every character to me just served such a good purpose.
I mean, yeah, he was just like a bumbling idiot, but like great and just like pure evil. And there was just a lot of, so I mean, yeah, it was, what are we rating right now?
Yeah.
What are we on right now?
Characters.
Okay, yeah, the characters are amazing.
All right, yeah, 3, 2, 1, 10. It's an easy 10.
Hard 10.
There's so much to talk about in this movie.
I know, I forgot what topic we were on because I was just like, it's
I
just
cannot
good.
stress to you enough that you need to see this movie.
It was just really
It's
good.
not a like, should you, I'm telling you, as soon as humanly possible. The last one is the score, the soundtrack. And this is where I actually, your reaction is what I'm thinking, which is it was good, but I can't remember anything.
I didn't notice it.
Yeah.
But
so it complemented it, but there wasn't, it's not like Shrek. Shrek has the da-da-da or da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can rate this one.
I mean,
probably
actually,
real
the
quick.
best part of the score was when that came in at the end and they like kind of
Yes.
teased Shrek 5. It was like,
Or even at the beginning of the movie, like
Yeah.
the DreamWorks like logo and stuff.
yeah,
It's
that
just
was the
magical.
best actually that they did with the score, which was the callback. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think for me, the score, it was there, but like,
I mean, what do you say? Like it was like Spanish.
it was very,
So
very Spanish.
I think it added, but there wasn't like a theme. You couldn't just be like, hey, like sing to me Finding Nemo or sing to me the Up theme.
Okay, but
like-
some of the songs were really fun. Like
Yes.
Puss's song in the beginning.
Yeah, it was.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Okay, let's rate the score.
All right.
3, 2, 1, 7. Dude, what the
gorgeous.
heck, man? All right.
We got to be different sometimes, man.
6, fine. All right, well, let's add that up.
That's a 90.
That's a 90.
That's a 90.
That's
the
a hard
Cine
90.
score from Coby and Joseph, you heard it here, is a 90, which I feel like it should be higher.
I was about to say, it's a little low.
But the score, I guess, brought it down.
The score brought it down a little bit, but it's not even like a diss. It's just like it didn't stand out because it didn't really need to. Like, it's
Yeah.
not a movie where it needed to. I guess arguably Shrek isn't a movie that needs to either, but it works. So
Yeah.
I guess you could have, but it was really fire. It's just fire.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say is, I think with Disney being the absolute dumpster fire of an animation studio
They
that
take
it is,
some notes, my dude.
I think that Lightyear only made $200 million at the box office.
good.
Isn't that? I know. I'm happy
I love
about
it.
that. But like,
Well, I mean, Strange World was even worse.
Strange World was way worse.
It was insane.
Oh yeah, but here's my thing. I think DreamWorks and Illumination and all of the studios are kind of like, it's our time.
Yeah, Illumination, whatever. Well, I guess
Mario.
with the Mario,
I'm telling you,
I hope it's good.
I think every animation studio right now is like, it's our time to strike.
Yep.
The beast is down for the count.
And I hope it stays down. Disney,
Dude.
get out of here unless you start coming up with original content.
Disney needs not even original content, just like good content. I don't know. I'm interested to see how these studios clap back because it's time.
Yeah.
So
I think DreamWorks has the best future because they've consistently made, dude, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, one of my favorite movies. Kung Fu Panda.
gosh,
Bro, they got some bangers.
they got How to Train Your Dragon.
oh, yeah.
Heat.
Dude. They're staying in the
I
game.
think they're talking about soft rebooting Shrek, where not even like a reboot as much as it is like they're just starting to tell new stories with a new animation style, and I think it's gonna take from Puss in Boots.
I certainly hope it's good, though.
So, I mean, if
Whoever
they get,
wrote that movie, Puss in Boots: Last Wish, needs to just
if
keep
they
doing
get
it.
the same team on Shrek and bring in some of the old guys from the first two, you're golden.
Yeah.
You're good to go. So,
All right.
90%. Well, let's hop into our next segment.
Impressions with Coby.
Impressions with Coby.
Impressions with Coby.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Impressions with...
Me! I thought you were gonna finish it.
I was waiting for you. I guess that's what happens when you can't see me.
Impressions with
I'm
Coby.
secretive, my dude.
He's so top secret.
All right, so today, since we reviewed Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, let me tell you, I thought it would be good, or we thought it'd be good to do some Shrek impersonations.
All right, here we go.
Can you do the song "God's Not Dead" by the Newsboys in the voice of Gingy, or the Gingerbread Man? My God's not dead. He's surely alive. He's living on the inside. Roar like a lion. God's not dead. He's surely alive. Not my gumdrop buttons. Some of that was really solid. Some of it, I don't know, man. It was okay.
Shut up, Joseph. Frick, man.
All right, my dude. Can you do the song "Give Me Your Eyes" by Brandon Heath in the voice of Shrek? Good old Shrek.
I can't do Shrek.
You can't do Shrek?
Not Will. Donkey, give me your eyes for just 1 second. I can't do it.
Oh my
I can't do
gosh.
Shrek. All right, Shrek's
Hey, well,
off the
hey,
table.
at least you put in some effort there.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
Give me the song "Brother" by Need to Breathe
Okay.
in the voice of Donkey, which is great because he wants just to be
Shrek,
sex brother.
Shrek, brother, let me be your shelter. Never leave you all alone. I can leave you all alone. No, I don't know what the words are.
I can be the one you call when you're low.
I can be the one you call on when you're low. I know.
Hey, how about this? Do "Brand New" by Kobe James in the voice of Puss in Boots.
Traded all my dark for the light. Traded all of my blindness for sight. Traded all of my pain for the gain. Got the key to your gate and a seat at your table. I look up and I can see Puss in Boots is in front of me. Every something, you're doing something good in me.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
It's
solid.
better than my Shrek.
Yeah, no, I thought your Shrek was actually better than you give credit to yourself
Dude,
for.
Shrek was awful.
It wasn't that bad.
Dude,
All right,
so
do
bad.
"Speak Life" by Toby Mac in the voice of Pinocchio.
He's really just Genji, just more aggressive.
Yeah.
You speak life! You speak life! The darkest night! You speak life! You speak life! When the sun don't shine and you don't know why!
All right, the last one. This is a little bit. I don't know if you could do this guy. He's kind of hard. But like "Overcomer" by Mandisa in the voice of Prince Charming.
You're an overcomer.
Oh wow.
Standing fight to the final round.
Oh.
You're not going under. God is calling you here right now, Fiona.
Oh, dude, that Fiona. Wait, say Fiona again. Pull us in.
Fiona.
Say it again.
Fiona.
You know, I feel like the standouts to me in that scenario, I thought you crushed Gingy in a couple parts.
Yeah, there's a few.
Donkey was just
Shrek.
spot on.
What you trying to start, Shrek?
Oh,
What you want
in
to
the
do,
morning I'm making
waffles. And in the morning,
and dude,
I'm making waffles.
the shocker, Prince Charming. I didn't think you were gonna get that.
Fiona.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, well, hey, let's head on to next segment of deep dives.
Okay, deep dives.
Depth of diving. All right, so for deep dives today,
We are talking about
we are talking. Oh, is it me? Are you giving it to me? Yeah.
secular music. Secular music, Joseph. What do you have? Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, we
Going
probably
through
should
your
set
mind.
this up a little bit and say like secular music is any music
Yeah.
that is not explicitly Christian.
It's like Christian music, the weird music that Christians will listen to that's not Christian music, like Ben Rector, Switchfoot, Need to Breathe, like all the people that like will
Yeah.
maybe say a bad word, but like are not secular, and then just regular pop music.
Yeah.
So-
and then there's just secular music.
So that's like there's also that weird middle ground where it's like you're not Christian, but you're not, pop. We still want you,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Anything that's not in that middle ground. It's just like music created by non-Christians.
Yep.
For the purpose of not,
Pleasing God.
pleasing God or glorifying God on their end.
Yep.
So I'll start. I got a couple questions. Can secular music be harmful?
Yeah.
Question number one.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many songs that I feel like come out that are just absolutely like pretty atrocious to listen to. I mean, it's like seriously, like like Cardi B,
Nicki Minaj, man.
Nicki Minaj. Like there's some stuff that's like, all right, this is just like gross to be gross, and it's pretty sad. So I think absolutely there's stuff like that can be super harmful. And I think,
how does it harm people like personally? Because like the music itself could be deemed as like morally harmful.
I think a
how
lot
could
of
it
it-
harm yourself.
I think over sexualizing women, I think that's a big part of it. Like it can make girls feel like that's like okay, or like it can just really paint girls in a bad light when it's like that kind of way. And then I'd also say like just what comes in is like gonna come out
Yeah.
And that can be a big part of it. Also, just what you're putting in your mind constantly, I feel like has a big effect on your attitude on, I mean, if that's all you're listening to, it can be kind of a downer. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like your spirit would, if you are like a Christian and you're bombarded by worldly things constantly, I feel, it's kind of like if you have too much cake or something like that.
Yeah.
You just feel icky. You're like, I got to like
Too
go
much
take a
sugar.
spiritual bath,
Yep.
you know?
That's a good way to put it. Like, it's like too much, like, it's just like too much. You're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's keep going on. I think that's a great way to answer
But I don't
it.
think that's like that for all artists that are in secular music. I think that's
Sure.
the really raunchy ones that are like wrong. I think it's like, ugh, like no.
Yeah, I think anything that's like the message is so clearly against just scriptural values, or it's like attacking the way like God wants you to live.
Yeah, but
Like
I think-
if it's like a love song, like Coldplay writes
Yeah, I
love
think
songs, or
there's-
even some spiritual songs. I don't know.
I think there's plenty of that happy medium that's like, it's not bringing your spirit down. It's
Yeah.
not really like, oh, this is lifting God up, but you can feel emotion and like get a lot out of music that isn't about God as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to, when is secular music helpful? How do you feel like secular music can benefit someone?
I mean, so I was telling Joseph this. For me, secular music had a way bigger impact on me growing up than it did Joseph, because I listened to secular music like nonstop. Pretty much.
I didn't
growing
allow
up.
myself to listen to it till I was 17 or 18.
Okay, well, I grew up listening to more secular music. My dad had great taste in music, so I grew up with just really cool artists playing all the time. John Mayer was one of my biggest inspirations. He was always on. Pop music was always on when I was growing up in middle school, high school. So Ed Sheeran, Shawn Mendes, Justin Bieber, like all the pop artists of the time kind of like got me into music and really were like why I fell in love with it. Then I fell in love with some Christian artists like Stephen Curtis Chapman, people like that on that side where I was like, okay, I love this. But it had a big effect on me deeply because I think that pop music, it can be void of God, but still hit on human emotions.
Yeah.
And that's where I think it can still be helpful, because where you go when you're sad, say you're listening to Adele, right? You're sad, you're feeling something. Everybody goes to a different place when they're feeling that. You're like relating to what she's saying, but also knowing that you're held by the creator. She doesn't have to say that for you to know that. And that's where I would be if I was down and I was listening to something that was a down kind of song.
Yeah.
I'd know that I'm held by Jesus, even though the song's not saying that and it's not about that.
Yeah.
I can still relate to that emotion, and that emotion can still help me like heal a bit.
That's really good. My angle would be just like, you've talked about it before, but like creativity, like we should be like, God is a creative God. And so whenever I hear something that's beautiful and creative, like I don't feel like a lot of people come after, especially Christians, they'll come after like symphonies or orchestras or whatever. Even when a lot of those people, like Mozart wasn't a Christian.
No, a
no
lot
way.
of
He was
these
very
guys-
worldly,
a
right?
lot of the guys were nuts.
But they would probably appreciate like some of the works that Mozart did because it reflects like the beauty of just like orchestration and order and order and tunes or whatever. So like my argument is that if I listen to Coldplay or some of these other things that I feel like are just naturally beautiful, like the guitars, like the skill and musicianship and stuff like that, to me I feel like I can glorify God by listening to that and being like, wow, that's just beautifully written, beautifully composed, and it doesn't have to be a symphony or classical music for me to say it's beautiful, you know?
Whether they know it or not, they're fearfully and wonderfully made by God, and that is a reflection of who He is, even if they don't know it. He is art. He created art. We are His art, and so their art reflects how we were designed and created. And I think that they may not know that, but it's the truth. And I think it can be a little hypocritical at times when people are like, yeah, like you can't listen to any kind of pop music or any kind of anything.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you'll listen to Mozart or you'll appreciate that. I think there's a lot to be appreciated.
Can metal music be beautiful? Is
Yeah.
there like an objective line for like this is beauty and this is not beauty?
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder when it comes to music. Everybody has different tastes. Metal is real music. It's technically challenging. It can be well produced, and I think
I think it's trash.
Okay, well,
Objectively trash.
it's not objectively trash.
It's objectively
For anybody who
trash.
loves metal music, it's not. And then that's where I'm like, music. It's kind of, up to what you like. It's not really.
Sure. Okay.
It is.
All right, let's keep moving on. Should we watch how much secular music we listen to?
I think there's a balance. I mean, I think if it's all you listen to, it's a little like, hey man, like maybe go turn on some Passion. I don't know, but
and I think like movies, like I feel like if you're Holy Spirit led as a Christian, you'll know when something's affecting you.
Yeah.
And you'll feel your spirit being like, I should probably like listen to more Christian music.
Sometimes I feel like I was at a sleepover and I like didn't brush my teeth. my soul feels like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I need to go like brush my teeth, maybe do like a little skincare routine. I don't know,
yeah.
figure it out. And that's really what it comes down to. Is I think it's like balance, filling your body and your mind up with things that are good for you, but then also being like, I mean, not that that music can be bad for you, but I think it's just balance.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, we got a couple more here. Obscene language in music.
What do you mean by obscene? Can you give me some examples?
So, like, I see what you did there. Can you imagine it be like,
can you bleep those out, Ian?
oh my word,
Just
no,
kidding.
he didn't say anything bad. Here is my argument, because when I grew up, like any cuss word in music was like deemed off limits. Okay. And then at some point I was talking to some friends and they're like, well, do you watch movies with cuss words in them? I'm like, I do. And they're like, well, what's the difference? And I wanted to kind of open this dialogue up or this conversation up to be like, is there such thing as too much cussing in a song? Like, how do we view cussing in music? I feel like we might have differing opinions here. I don't know. I think it's hard.
No, so I think sometimes a bad word gets the point across. Sometimes. I'm not saying it's right, but sometimes that's the emotion the song needs. And I'm not saying I would write that, but I can appreciate what they're trying to say.
The vulnerability.
And I think you can't abuse it and you can go too far.
Yeah.
Because cuss words, bad words, aren't necessarily like they weren't the bad words from the beginning of time. They're a cultural like construct and they're bad culturally.
Yeah, sure.
And I think that you just have to be careful with, like, Christians want to uphold like a high standard, and we want to make sure that we're not like saying things that would make people be like, oh, they're just like the world. The world tends to curse, so we try not to. And I think that if you're listening to music of the world, sometimes there's a bad word in it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And I don't think you should fill yourself up with that all the time. But I've listened to music with bad words, so I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say that I'll never do it because I've done it, and I watch movies like that too. So it's like it's a hard balance.
Yeah, I've struggled with this too because I have like a playlist on my Spotify that's private that literally says "Don't Tell." Because it's there's songs that have like language in it, but they're such well-crafted songs.
That's what I'm saying.
And they're gut-wrenching, they're emotional, and it usually has to do with like a breakup.
Yeah.
Because I've gone through a breakup, and sometimes you just want to listen to that song that just makes you feel like
I
that
agree.
pain,
And that's hard.
But at the same time, I've always described it as this way in the sense of the reason why I feel like there is a difference inherently between movies and music is that music lives in your head on repeat. You can't tell me that a movie is going to live in your head is the same way music will, right? Because music is like hooks. It's trying to like grab you and live in your head, rent free or whatever they say nowadays on TikTok.
Yeah.
But a movie, you're like, oh, that was a good movie, and you're like, you kind of have this distant memory of it.
Language is really hard for me because I don't enjoy that.
Yeah.
But also, it's kind of unavoidable if you're anything outside.
It's avoidable.
If you're outside of Christian content.
Be cautious.
Just
Don't
try your
listen to a
best.
song with 50 F-bombs in it, okay?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like there's degrees too. There's levels of this
Yeah,
stuff. I don't know, man.
myself, I try to not have any language.
You know
because
what?
I don't want that in my head,
Sure.
and I don't want ever to just think like, oh, I just.
You know
need
what?
to have
You
it.
just do you, and God will appreciate that. You live how you think
What a millennial answer.
God wants you to live,
Yeah.
and you listen to your spirit.
I don't know what Scripture says.
You know what? Read the Bible for yourself.
The Bible says whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is pure.
And that's
think on
your
those-
truth.
I just say think on those things. Anything that puts your mind in an earthly spirit, thinking on the wrong things, impure motives, impure mind. You're gonna be able to tell that, but also I think there is objectively wrong things to listen to.
There's objectively
and there
wrong
is a clear
things.
line. I think Nicki Minaj, you shouldn't be listening to Nicki
All right,
Minaj
well,
if you're a Christian.
He came at Nicki,
I'm
guys.
sorry.
I don't know what to tell you.
If you are, just please don't subject yourself to that.
What's
I
your
would-
big song? I'm
That's
trying to
why I
think
would
of
say
some
don't
songs.
watch 50 Shades of Grey.
Well, yeah.
Don't
but
watch
that's-
movies that do that to you. Entertainment
way
in general.
worse.
Don't do things that you'll regret later. 20 years from now, you're like, why did
Yeah.
I ever do that?
Yeah. Let's hop out of deep dives. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Let us know if we were onto something. Let us know if we were off.
This was a fun episode.
It was a fun episode.
Yeah. Again, it's probably a little long.
It was, but we'll get it. We'll
Edit
get
it down. The magic.
We'll edit it
Do
down.
you guys like the editing style, by the way? Let us know in the comments. Do you like the little cuts to keep your eyes engaged? I hope that wasn't a crazy transition.
We try our best, but we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
We're just a couple kids.
Well, hey, we talked music.
And we talk
We'll
live.
catch you guys on the flippity flop.
Keep you on the floor.
I don't want to give up on love.
Up on love.
And that's why you make me brand new.
It's like I'm rising up from the water, living in the light.
Get out of here. Why are you still here?
Stop. Go away.